E aí, pessoal, estou aqui de volta para o segundo dia do Rogue Invitational. Hoje nós vamos ter mais 3 eventos para fechar a parte do Strongman. E aqui, né, já vamos começar aqui já mencionando como ficou os resultados, né, finais, depois dos primeiros 3 eventos. Vamos começar aqui com as mulheres, né? A Inês Carrasquilho tá na primeira colocação com 27 pontos. A Angélica Jardine na segunda, empatado com a Olga Liushuk com 23 pontos. Depois Lucy Underdown com 20 pontos. Depois Andrea Thompson com 19. E depois temos Rebecca Roberts com 14.5. Hannah Lindsay com 14. Melissa Peacock com 11.5. Donna Moore com 8. E a Sam Beliveau com 5 pontos. Então aqui claramente nós já vemos um certo bloco aqui, né, entre Andrea Thompson e até Inês Carrasquilho. E como vão ser 3 eventos hoje, a campeã, o máximo que a campeã vai poder ter aqui vai ser 57 pontos. Já olhando para os homens, o que nós vamos ter? O Mitchell Hooper ficou na primeira colocação, também com 27 pontos. Hafthor Bjornsson voltou para o jogo com 22 pontos, né, que ele tinha caído bastante, né, depois do segundo evento, que não foi muito bom para ele, mas a performance épica que ele teve nas Inver Stones, no Inver Challenge, voltou ele aqui, né, para o topo. Toastodman, né, com 20 pontos na terceira colocação. Evan Singleton com 19.5. E aqui, Thomas Evans com 16. Não sei se ele vai competir, porque aquela lesão que ele teve. Mathew Rag com 16 pontos também. Luke Stoneman com 14. Bob Thompson com 12.5. Pavlo Kodiaka com 11. E Tristan Hoff com 7 pontos. Agora, nós vemos aqui também, né, um certo bloco se formando aqui, né, entre Mitchell Hooper, Hafthor Bjornsson, Tom Stoltman e Evan Singleton. A gente pode esperar alguma coisa aqui, vamos ver, né, que se o Thomas Evans vai continuar, mas realmente a gente vê aqui um bloco se formando por briga por título e pódio, né. E hoje, né, para começar nesse vídeo aqui, nós vamos ter um evento que não deram muitos detalhes, né, mas a princípio vai ser um evento que vai combinar 3 exercícios, que vai exigir bastante da resistência dos atletas, né? Não só força, velocidade, como os eventos anteriores, mas vai exigir muito da parte cardiorrespiratória, porque vai envolver algum tipo de exercício de empurrar, algum exercício de o carregamento da pedra de Roosevelt, talvez seja a coisa o que a gente tem de informação mais concreta, e nós teremos também algum tipo de tracionamento, talvez algum arm over arm. Possivelmente deva ser uma estrutura que até foi utilizada no Rogue Invitational nas edições anteriores, que é um trenó colocado numa rampa e saco de areia colocado em cima desse trenó. Aí os atletas têm que tracionar a corda, né, um arm over arm, e fazer subir. Vamos ver se vai ser isso mesmo, né? Mas eles podem acabar mudando, né, as coisas. Não parece que tem a estrutura que eu tinha mencionado. Porque se fosse ela já estava incluída. Não, vai ser um arm over arm, sim, pelo que eu estou vendo aqui, mas pelo visto vai ser algo horizontal mesmo, né? Não vai ser algo na diagonal. Porque lá era uma estrutura enorme que tinha que ser montada. Vocês podem conferir aqui no canal que eu já tenho vídeos falando sobre edições passadas do Rogue Invitational, do Arnold, The World Strongest Man. Então tem esse evento lá. E nós temos aí, né, o pessoal que está fazendo a transmissão. Nós vamos começar, obviamente, com as mulheres, né? Vai ser a Sam versus a Donna Moore. Sam do Canadá e Donna Moore do Reino Unido, na inglesa. Vamos lá, empurrando. A Donna tá sofrendo um pouco mais lá nas 600 libras. Vou aumentar um pouquinho aqui.
Sam is really driving. She's moving. You can't kind of stop short because that sand kicks back and throws.
Ela tem que colocar dentro do quadrado ali. Ok. Agora vai pegar o sandbag, né? O saco de areia Roosevelt.
Replicating the historic stone from Iceland.
Vamos lá.
Carry this all the way around. Donna still struggling with this.
E agora o arm over arm.
The sled
I'll tell you what, Sam just got straight into that. No setting herself. She was quick. Now she gets some extra chalk. This is such an interesting event. Rogue have really put together an excruciating challenge for our athletes here. Taxing the legs, taxing the cardiovascular system, taxing the grip, the hands, everything. Their bodies are going to be screaming at the end of this one.
Vai ser evento muito bom pro Mitchell Hooper.
Right about now, she's hoping she's almost about done. She's trying to breathe. The lactic acid's kicked in.
Well, Donna Moore has just completed the first half of that 20-foot Husaville bag carry. Now, one of the rules that they have in the pull here is you've got to stay seated on the platform.
A Sam tá quase terminando, mas o tempo tá acabando. E acabou!
Sam Beliveau, that's...
Como o Big Loss falou aqui, né? Porque o Husafell, né? Que tem a pedra Husafell, que é uma pedra icônica, né? Uma pedra natural lá na Islândia, que ela tem esse formato meio de caixão, vamos dizer assim, um formato mais triangular. E aí foram criados também réplicas, né? Dessa pedra, também uma estrutura de metal, o mesmo formato, para até colocar anilhas dentro para fazer mais pesado ou mais leve, né? E fizeram também um saco de areia com esse formato. Na verdade, um formato meio de escudo, né? Vamos lá, Hannah Lindsay versus Melissa Peacock.
Melissa Peacock and Hannah Lindsay will be the next two athletes out. Peacock coming in 8th place overall. Lindsay's in 7th.
Next up, our athletes in heat number 2. Put your hands together.
Peacock had back-to-back 6th place finishes to start the competition and 9th in the Inver Challenge to close out day 1.
I definitely expect to see good performances out of these two.
Bom que esse evento, as músicas de fundo estão sempre bem boas, né?
You can see the intensity on Hannah's face right now. Just thinking about getting through this thing. And you have to be thinking as an athlete right now, you haven't touched this yet. So you don't even know what to expect when you get your hands on this and you start moving.
É que são implementos que nenhum atleta aí tá acostumado. Estão falando aí da questão da adaptatividade, né? É importante para esse tipo de evento. Vamos lá. Empurrado, 272,5 quilos. Hannah Lindsay tá indo melhor.
Hannah's got a good technique there. She's kind of removing her hands, kind of resetting each time, but it's keeping that sand going over. She's not allowing it to come back and push back. And she's going well.
Lindsay's going to get it inside that red box. Got to make sure it doesn't roll back on her. And she ran into that
run.
Lindsay had to give it an extra push.
Carregar o saco de areia Roosevelt dos 113.
At the same time, 113 kilos, they have to carry it out and around that red pylon.
Now Melissa has gone for a sideways carry on this bag, but she's holding on.
Lindsay now just getting that thing hoisted up.
So both athletes going for this sideways pickup. They're allowed to do that.
Agora, tracional trenó, 213 quilos.
With the sandbag, they're kind of going around the side.
Around the side. Yeah, it's definitely longer on that way. You can kind of get your arms more around it. More grip. You get more
keeping off the legs as well.
Right. Definitely pulling a little higher.
Both Peacock and Lindsay onto the sled pull, 90-second time.
E pelo visto ainda tem que apertar o botão ali do lado, hein?
Hannah Lindsay getting some big pulls. Melissa a little bit quicker.
You just see Hannah reaching, just try to get a big long pull on each one as far as she can, leaning all the way back.
Are we going to see our first finish?
The final 5 seconds. Peacock has got to get a couple more pulls.
She's done it.
I think she got it. Got to hit the buzzer.
She remembered to hit the buzzer.
But she did finish.
Muito provavelmente, né, como teve nas pedras, né, os atletas ter que apertar esse botão aí, é até para facilitar a questão de medirem o tempo, né? Que apertando ali pode parar o cronômetro, né? E além de ter um barulho, né? Porque já teve também edições passadas que para saber o tempo dos atletas demorou bastante. Então, assim, como não é só o Strongman, Strongwoman aí, né? Tem o CrossFit que até demanda mais tempo, né? Então, e eles têm ali tempo ali, eles têm tudo cronometrado, compromisso com patrocinadores e tudo mais. Então, tem que fazer tudo para ser o mais eficiente possível no tempo, né? Porque, convenhamos, né? Ficar ali esperando o resultado sair é algo que dá uma desanimada, né? Então tem que ser eficiente no tempo também. Vamos lá, Andrea Thompson versus Rebecca Roberts.
I think it's worth looking at on this event. She did very well on the Wheel of Pain at the Arnold's a couple of years ago.
Acho que ela pode ir bem mesmo. A Rebecca Roberts, atleta alta, e foi bem, como o Big Loss disse aí no último Wheel of Pain. Uma prova com uma certa similaridade. Mas a Andrea Thompson saiu melhor. Mas agora...
is allowing it to keep rolling much easier than the shorter athletes that are hitting it in the middle.
Yeah, you see the shorter athletes are having to kind of hop it along, and she's able to just push it.
Andrea's
there she goes.
working hard to get this
almost
finished.
there.
Carregamento. Opa!
Big mistake.
See, now she's picking it up like a Husabel, but it's on her legs.
Yeah, it's
So it's
slipping
different
down.
strategies.
She needs to be careful that she can hold on to this. If this slips,
Material diferente, né, da pedra de Roosevelt, ou mesmo
now this is where Rebecca can really
a réplica de metal, né?
sometimes she's got such long arms, long legs, and such a powerful grip. Andrea doing well to get through on that sandbag. She's not a fan of those type of events. Now she needs to dig deep, pull hard, use that leg strength. Rebecca making
A Andrea Thompson, ela prefere, assim, eventos mais pesadões mesmo.
She's about halfway through that pull. There's one more section of the
20
field to
seconds to
go.
finish.
Rebecca Roberts está quase finalizando.
Needs the points
20
to really
segundos.
pull herself back into this competition.
Everything's on fire.
Mais uma puxada, acho que ela consegue.
One more.
Mais uma pequena.
Come on. Now
There's the
remember that
ball.
buzzer.
Hits
She
the
does.
buzzer.
First finisher in Rebecca Roberts.
Come on,
Andrea
Andrea.
struggling. with the arm over arm.
122.12 seconds for Rebecca Roberts, and Andrea Thompson is just trying to get that thing
Oi.
as far as she possibly can. But a great effort
Minuto e
from Rebecca
22.12
First
segundos
woman inside the time cap.
para Rebecca Roberts.
Rebecca. She is built.
The underdown will be out
Vamos
next.
lá,
Angelica
Angélica Jardim e Lucy Underdown vai ser as próximas aí.
Yeah, these are two of our big hitters. The deadlift world record holder versus the Arnold Strongwoman Classic winner.
Vamos lá.
Powerful athletes. Let's see how they cope with this.
Terceira contra quarto colocado, ou empatada em segundo, né? A Jardim é empatada com a Olga. Pela estatura, né? Assim como a Rebeca, a Lucy Underdown deve ir bem. Mas tem a brutalidade, né? A força bruta da Angélica, né? Ver até onde pode carregar ela.
She's ready to go.
Underdown doing a good job of keeping that thing moving. And Angelica Jardine is just
bem.
chewing up some ground now. She's slightly ahead of Underdown.
She looks like a linebacker over there. She's not
Jardim
moving.
finalizou primeiro.
They're both
Both
in.
athletes are done with the power drive
Carregamento.
onto this sandbag.
250 pounds in the bag.
Get it high off your legs. There you go.
It's 113 kilos, and it's a total of 20 feet.
They're both very
Opa.
close. This is a good battle. Neck and neck
Bem
with
próximo
the sandbag.
mesmo.
Who's going to get onto the arm over arm first? And both athletes not quite in
Mesmo...
their square.
Ih,
Angelica's
rapaz.
gotta go back for a
Tem que deixar
second time
dentro
to
do
move that
quadrado
thing as
vermelho.
Lucy Underdown gets right to work on the pull.
Now, Lucy's got a good amount of time to get this done. She's moving really well. Nice technique on this arm over
Ó.
arm. Good use of the legs. Stretching forwards, using the arms. And
Usando a
she is
força que ela
flying
tem no
with this.
deadlift pra
122 from
tracionar
Rebecca
esse
Roberts.
trenó.
That's the mark to beat.
Acho que ela vai conseguir bater a Rebeca, hein? Vai bater.
Oh, there we go.
Final pull is going to do it.
She's done.
Baixa o
And she'll
botão.
hit the buzzer
And let's see how Angelica does.
around 110.64 seconds for Lucy Underdown. That's the top time. Is
Now you see Angelica now having to start wrapping that around her wrist. The grip strength is going there. That's what happens. The forearms pump up. The blood in there is just burning. So she's trying to wrap it around so she
Não
can
vai dar
still
pra
keep
finalizar,
going.
não.
the Jardines not going to
Esse é o
finish.
vacilo que ela deu ali no saco de areia, né?
Move into the top three.
As duas deram, mas a Angélica deixou mais, né?
That's gonna do
Ela teve que voltar duas
Lucy's
vezes.
chances the world of good there.
Right.
And you have to
Vamos
stick
lá, as
to
duas
what
últimas
you like.
atletas, Olga Yashuk, da
Final
Ucrânia,
heat now is
e
Inez Carrasquillo and Olga Lashuk
Inês
will take the
Carrasquilho,
floor.
de Porto
Carrasquillo, your
Rico.
overall leader, with 27 points. Leszuk is only 4 points back of her. And we've only seen 2 women so far finish inside the time cap. Rebecca Roberts.
And I've got to say, I've been so impressed by Inez this weekend so far. She's always had potential, but often makes mistakes. So far, her execution has been perfect. Can she keep that going into Power Drive?
Vamos lá.
See the focus and intensity on both of these ladies' faces right now.
10 seconds.
And Olga's such a consistent athlete. She's always going to keep applying
Always.
that pressure to the others.
Stand by.
And Olga has, you know, what, 8 years of competition experience. Drive, come on,
Olga
come on,
começou
move.
melhor.
Move.
Come on, Inez.
Getting
Push,
stuck a
come
little
on.
bit here on this thing. Leszuk going with that
Yeah.
2 hands at a time.
Just attacking it.
And trying to keep it in her lane,
Keep
too.
it
And she's got to
moving.
keep it, that's the thing, keep it inside
Yes.
the red.
One more. I think that's good.
She's in, she's
There we
in.
go.
She should
Go.
be there. And now on the
Carregamento.
bag for
Come on,
Olga
Inez.
Leszuk as she
Come
looks
on.
to make up some
Inez
ground on Inez
finishes.
She's
Carrasquillo.
She's in.
Carrasquillo's got the
Right.
bag.
This is where she can make up some time
Vamos
now.
lá.
Leszuk working her way back. And then
Deixar
she'll move to the sled. This is
Os dois
big
sacos de areia
for
dentro.
Olga.
Olga in the lead,
Pull that
going into
belt
the arm
off.
of Ram. But Inez is
Vamos lá.
catching up. She's not
Long
far
pull.
behind as she sits down, and she's actually gone slightly ahead
Oh.
with the first pull.
The time to beat right now is 1 minute 10 seconds by Lucy Underdown.
Both athletes attacking this arm over arm. This is really close.
Nossa.
Olga just ahead at the moment.
Nossa. Tá muito próximo.
30 seconds left. Both of these athletes
Será
can
que,
finish this.
será que vai bater a Lucy Underdown?
I think Lucy's time looks like it might be safe.
Pull.
And Lucy Underdown's going to win, but Olga Leszuk
Caraca.
with a
There we
second
go.
place finish. That would be huge
Pull,
for
pull.
her.
And
Thunder.
she's
She's
got to remember
finished.
the button. She does.
Carrasquillo's got it.
Oh.
He hits the buzzer.
Nossa, foi perto
So it's
essa.
1:15 for Leszuk,
Muito perto.
and Carrasquillo's just a second behind her.
So close.
Então ficou a Lucy Underdown em primeiro, a Lia Schuck em segundo e a Casquinha em terceiro nesse evento.
On top of the overall standings.
Vamos lá para os homens, mesma história. Vamos ver os pesos. O primeiro vai ser 340 quilos na primeira. O Roosevelt vai ser 169. E o Sled vai ser mais pesado, 295 quilos. Vamos lá, Tristan Hoff e Pavlo Koriaka. Ótimo evento pro Koriaka.
Pavlo Koriak here really attacking this power drive. Looks like he's just ahead of Tristan on the far end.
Vamos lá.
Got to make sure it stays in that box. We saw a couple of the women
Carregamento do
making
Pavlo
mistakes
Koriaka
today,
começou.
Tristan. We've got to make sure each implement is put into the individual boxes without touching the lines.
Correct. Yes, you saw some of the women have to go back and move some of their Hootsville bags off those red lines.
Koriaka got hung up a little bit on picking up that bag. He fumbled it on his first attempt, and now he's got himself going. Here comes Tristan Hoth on the bottom of your
Pavlo
screen.
Koriaka terminou o carregamento. Agora vamos ver ele tracionando. Tristan Hoff terminou o carregamento.
Carrying that from max distance, not a set distance like this. So he's probably just into the habit of trying to make sure everything is perfect. Whereas
Ele é um atleta
speed
bem
is so
condicionado,
important.
então ele deva
Might be better to just attack
ter
it and
bom
do it as
tempo.
quick as possible.
Koriaka working at that 650-pound sled, 295 kilos. He's ahead
Ó, o
of
Tristan Hoff está cobrindo
Top time
distância.
out of the 10 men will win the event. This is not like a head-to-head elimination style
Vão
event.
ficar próximos.
Pavlo Koriaka well bit for this, but the grip has gone. We saw this earlier. He's got
Olha.
to keep moving. He's trying to wrap that rope around his arm so he can get some purchase and keep pulling with the legs.
About
Legs and
12
back.
seconds left. Koriaka
Pegada dos dois já está indo para o espaço.
He's gone now without wrapping it.
7 segundos.
Pull for Koriaka will do it. And
Yes.
he's in. Hits the
Koriaka
buzzer, gets
conseguiu
inside the
terminar.
time cap. With a couple seconds to spare, 1:26.95 seconds for Pavlo Koriaka.
E 26,95 do Koriaka.
Performance there from Pavlo.
Já na primeira, nós já vimos um atleta conseguindo finalizar. Vamos lá, próximos. Bobby Thompson e Luke Stoltman.
Bobby Thompson and Luke Stoltman, they are powerhouses. They love pressing events. I mean, Bobby loves a deadlift. Luke was one of the fastest athletes in his younger days. He's put on a lot of size in the last few years. Let's see how his conditioning is. He is a fast athlete. You need the conditioning in this one as well. Let's see how they look. They'll both have been watching Pavlo and knowing his time is a solid time to beat.
É uma prova, sim, realmente que envolve muita resistência cardiorrespiratória. É 1 minuto e meio de esforço constante, né?
I used to try and think, okay, I know this is going to suck, but it's only going to suck for 90 seconds.
Exactly.
Which winds up feeling like an hour when you're actually in it.
Unlike the poor CrossFit athletes that have events going on for ages.
Luke Stolman's making his third Rogue Invitational appearance. He's finished 8th both times
parecidos.
Luke's moving really well at the top end of the screen. Bobby's not too far behind though. Luke really quick on that.
Não, o Luke foi bem.
12 seconds. And now on to the Husafell bag. 375 pounds, 170 kilos.
Luke is rapid
Luke tá
on this event.
indo
Moving
muito
really
bem.
well.
Agora vamos ver a pegada.
The sled, he's got a minute to get that thing taken care of. Thompson is around making the return trip.
Bobby finishes.
You have to sit first. You heard that judge yelling at him.
Yes, no, well picked up. Athletes must be sat down. They cannot stand on this arm over arm section. Luke Stoltman going well. Bobby's catching up though. Bobby's slow and steady, wrapping that rope around his arm. Not the best
A pegada pro
Bobby Thompson,
Bob Thompson não é uma das melhores mesmo.
Luke using the same tactic now. The hands have blown up.
Forearms are on fire.
He's creeping closer. He has 20 seconds now.
Atleta que era muito bom nesse tipo de evento era o Brian Shaw.
And the platform, Bobby Thompson continues to chew up some real estate with every pull.
Good pull there from Luke and a big pull from Bobby. He's got 10 seconds to try and close this gap. He needs to work.
Nossa, o Luke Stolman tá quase.
Pull.
One more pull.
One more.
Olha,
And that's it.
acabou ficando os dois bem próximos, né?
Neither Thompson.
Vamos lá, Matthew Haag e Thomas Evans. Eu pensei que ele até ia estar fora depois do último evento, Thomas Evans, mas ainda bem que tá de volta. Pode ter sido alguma coisa pelo bíceps, não sei.
Probably followed that up with a 10th place in event 3 to kind of stunt his momentum, hoping to regain that here.
Yeah, he had a little pull in his bicep on the stones, and you can see that bicep is heavily strapped up. It's not going to bother him on the first part of this medley, but when it comes to the arm over arm, that's going to hurt.
Yeah.
He's a tough man, though. He will block out that pain. Huge title on the line. As you mentioned with the women, big prize money on the line. They've got to keep fighting.
And you just made a good point, and that's the thing when with these kinds of events, you just block out the pain. You don't think about it. Your body is just going, and you are moving until that sled hits or until that buzzer goes.
Adrenaline is a hell of a thing.
It really is. You'll feel the pain later.
Right.
But for now, we block it out.
Yep.
Well, Tom Evans should be used to doing stuff like this. He's a former offensive lineman in American football.
Yeah, this power drive should be good for Thomas.
Vamos lá.
Played his college ball at the University of Richmond.
Olha, Matthew Haag.
Matt Ragg is actually ahead on the power drive.
Yeah.
Matt Ragg doing a nice job.
And he's going for the sideways pickup.
Evans has gotten that into the box, and he'll get to work on the bag as Ragg is now making the return trip on that lap.
Matt Ragg going well here. He's a huge man.
Tudo bem.
Evans having problems with that bag.
É o bíceps dele, né?
They've got to carry on their front. I don't think Evans is going to be able to get that thing off the ground. This is disappointing for him.
Yeah, if that bicep's really hurting, you need some of that bicep strength to squeeze and lift that sandbag.
Então, o Matthew Haag.
Evans is going to call it as Matthew Ragg now is going to try to finish up the remainder of the sled pull.
He's going for shorter pulls. I think he can utilize more of that back power as well. He's kind of using his legs, but not utilizing the back as well.
Some of the others we've seen really pull, lean super far back to get that full.
Yep.
10 seconds to go, so it looks like Kordiaka is still going to hang on to the top time at 1:27.95 seconds. We'll see how much distance Ragg can cover here in the final seconds.
Finish.
That sled is very deceptive.
Por enquanto, o único que conseguiu finalizar foi o Pavlo Koriaka, né? Vamos lá. Dois atletas que eu acho que a gente pode ver uma boa performance dos dois. Tom Stoneman e Evan Singleton. Showman. Quarto contra terceiro.
He is very much still in the hunt.
Singleton's been really consistent so far this competition, 2 fourths and a fifth.
Vamos lá. Nossa, Tom Stoneman tá indo muito bem.
He's going well with this.
Moving quick.
The tall athletes are built perfect.
Técnica parecida com o seu irmão, né, o Luke.
Long wingspan, you can just scoop up this sandbag.
That was about exactly the same speed as his brother.
Acabou pegando um pouco mais embaixo.
Just squeeze tight and finish it, but the long legs and the long arms will really help when it comes to the arm over arm.
Agora vamos ver o arm over arm. Pode ser que ele bata o tempo.
Now here comes Stoltman on the pull. Singleton making the return trip back. Pablo Koriaka has the top.
Olha, acho que vai bater, viu?
Tom Stolman's got a really good chance to beat that.
Got to just keep working hard. The grip is still holding tight. He's moving well. Big powerful pulls. Stretch forward, use the legs.
Usando bem a estatura dele, né? 2,3 metros.
One more.
Does Tom Stolman, and he's going to take over the top spot in this event.
Bateu. Bateu.
He's so happy with that. Now Evan Singleton needs to keep working hard.
Singleton's got a chance to finish.
Pode acabar também batendo o Pavlo Koriaka, hein?
Come on, Evan Singleton.
Nossa.
2 more big pulls. You can finish this. Real big pull and it might get there. One more. Come on.
5 seconds for Singleton. Now 4. He's in.
Does it inside the tie? Oh.
Ah!
He had to touch.
Tem que encostar.
Time is going to be adjusted. He may have gotten capped.
It looks like he just missed out on touching the sled to the front.
Tom Stolman, though, at 104.81
minuto, 4 segundos, 81. É o tempo a ser batido agora. Os dois atletas a seguir podem, quem sabe, né? Mitchell Hooper e Hafthor Bjornsson. Vamos lá.
The Moose versus the Mountain, final heat for the men.
Mitch attacking that drive really fast. He could be ahead of Hafthor on the power drive.
He is.
Foi muito rápido, Mitchell Hooper.
And Mitch is the first to the sandbag.
Hafthor has the power drive done. Hooper taking some time to get that bag.
And Hooper is
off the ground, and he's making the return trip. He's still ahead of Hafthor.
Hafthor finishes the sandbag as well. Now Mitch
Vamos lá.
needs to try and stay ahead because Hafthor is exceptional at these type of events. He's got so much power.
Well, Mitch got about 2 or 3 pulls in before Hafthor did, and he's about half a sled length ahead of him right now. But
look at those pulls from Hafthor.
Rapaz, só falta o Hafthor passar. Caraca!
Mitch gets back in front. This is going to be close.
Dead even right now.
Caraca, vai ser muito próximo. Bora, bora, bora. Bate, 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 bate. Caraca, velho. O Hafthor vacilou lá no início, ele demorou mais. Caraca. E no final, o Mitchell Hooper se atrapalhou. Caraca, que virada do Hafthor. Mas acabou com ele também, né? Caraca. Ele começou um pouco depois do sinal. Mas no arm over arm foi fenomenal.
pulled himself back. Every single pull, you could see him closing.
Que virada.
And he made sure not to make a mistake at the end there. Mitch Hooper just stopped.
Nenhum deles está acostumado a ficar apertando o botão.
This is where he got the lead.
Yeah,
this was impressive.
This was really impressive. Really attacked that power drive hard. Maybe it just took a little bit out of the legs towards the end.
Uma performance muito boa. Quero ver os resultados dos eventos, desse evento aí, pra ver como é que foi. Vamos ver o tempo aqui agora. Tolson em primeiro lugar, Hafthor ficou em segundo, Mitchell Hooper em terceiro, Pavlo Kodiaka quarto. O Evan Singleton eles contaram, mas acho que vai ser reajustado. Caramba, mas que virada absurda do Hafthor Bjornsson. Isso vai deixar as coisas mais coladas, mais próximas ainda no overall, né? Mas vamos ver. Mais tarde vai ter o quinto e penúltimo evento do Rogue Invitational 2024. Se tu não viu os 3 eventos anteriores, eu montei uma playlist que tu pode ver bem aqui.